So course outcome is nothing but after learning everything, after knowing about the machine learning algorithms, you you come to know about how you will be applying a particular algorithm to which particular data set. Okay, so if you take example rainfall data. Okay, so what is rainfall data? Rainfall data is nothing but this is summer. So in summer you don't have any rain. At some days rain will be there. Okay, and some days there won't be any rain. If you take rainy season, so in all the days you'll be having rain. Okay, and at only some days you don't have rain. So what is happening here? The data will be changed. Okay, so according to that data, what you are going to do is you will be applying time series technique over there. Okay, so likewise, what we are doing here is according to the data, we will apply a particular algorithm. So the course outcome of this particular machine learning subject is nothing but to which particular data you will apply which particular algorithm. Okay, so this is your course outcome, and you will understand the concepts of computational intelligence like machine learning, and it is the ability to get the skill to apply machine learning with different techniques to address the real time problems in different areas, and you will be understanding the neural networks. Okay, so all these things. So this is nothing but course outcomes. Can you see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is your machine learning syllabus. So in first unit, you'll know the introduction part and what is the concept learning and general to specific ordering of that particular topic. And next, you come to know about the decision tree learning. Okay. So first unit consists of three chapters, and for machine learning, we'll be using Tom Mitchell, the author of machine learning for textbook. The author is Tom Mitchell. Okay. So what is machine learning? So what is machine learning here? Machine learning is the science of getting computers to learn and act like humans do. Okay. So if you take, according to the study of developers of computers, any computer intelligence is similar as 4 years baby. 4 years baby intelligence. So here you can see one few 4 year baby or 5 year baby is there and computer robo is there. Okay. So both will be same. Okay. So here if you take when mother is feeding the baby, okay, according to the data scientist training model, so what is happening here? Feeding to the baby. Okay. So how she is feeding? She is feeding by spoon. Okay. So when she is feeding, the data will be in different ways. Okay. So the data will be solid type. Okay. That is nothing but the food will be in solid type. The food may be in liquid type. So likewise. Okay. So if you take here, when she is feeding the baby, okay, when it is solid type, the data won't that will not fall. Okay. So if you take liquid type, so what will happen? It will fall if you move the spoon in different ways. Okay. So why? Because it is in liquid format. Okay. So what is happening here? When she is feeding, she will be learning something. Okay. So according to the data, what she will know if the data, if the food is in solid state, it should be, we can feed the baby in any way. Okay. If the food is in liquid state, we can feed in a particular way. So likewise. Okay. So here, what is happening when she is feeding, she'll be learning something. Okay. And here, and the baby also learn that, oh, now mother will feed me. Okay. So if you take in another case, what will happen? The baby is trained. How she is trained? She is trained in such a way that has has feed her in with a particular spoon. Okay. So here, what she will do after some time. So what she will do? She will use her own time. With spoon we have to eat. We have to put the spoon in the bowl and we have to eat. So that is nothing but according to the experience of the previous data, what the baby has did, if we give any bowl or spoon, she will feed herself. Okay. So here, these are all nothing but according to the experience of the previous data, what is happening here is the system will be trained to do that. Okay. So here, if you take one more example, so uh, one parent has taken her child to park, okay, and they are walking in the park. So what the parent told the child that we have to go to the park in this way, okay. So this is the route. In this way, we have to go to the park. Okay, and so what we are saying some instructions, and what the way she is learning. Okay, what she is learning that okay, in this way we have to go. Okay, so this is the way to go to the park. So likewise. Okay, one more example. But I want to write program. Okay, I want addition of two numbers. So one is if you take one number is 5 and another number is 6. Okay, and simply if we give 5 and 6 to system, what it will do? It won't take or it won't do anything. What we have to do here is we have to write some program. Okay, and we have to write some C program for that. Okay, and we have to say clearly write the program for this in C. Okay, so that is nothing but program is instruction here. Computer will learn and it will execute it. Okay, so after giving some instructions only, the system can give us output. Okay, so here consider baby as machine. Okay, so what the machine is doing, machine itself learns by previous experience. Similarly, we are working with the smart machines here. So these are all nothing but, this is nothing but machine learning. Okay, so here if you see this is one more example. Now in the previous slide we have seen when the baby is grown, she will know how to eat, what to do. If we give bowl and spoon to the baby, what she will do? She will feed herself. Okay, she will come to know that okay, bowl and spoon is to eat. Okay, and if you see this slide, what is happening here? Child learn to eat and help others. So now what has happened? Child has learned something, and what the child will do, it will help the others to do that particular thing. Okay, so here also what the machines will do, the one machine will tell another machine to do like this. Okay, so if you do this one, this will be the output. So likewise, so what the systems are doing here, system is adopting something and it is saying some other system to do like this. Okay. uh, Many examples are there. So if you take one more example, so what is happening here? Here we are working with smart systems. Okay. So if you take washing machine, okay. So what you will do? You will put some clocks and you will set some time or something. Okay. So what the machine will do? It will wash the clothes. Okay. If it is more dirty, what it will do? And it will clean it will clean the clothes. Okay, so if you are giving clean shirt to the machine, so what it will do, it will wash within very short time. Okay, so what is happening here, according to the data and according to the time, the system will match itself. Okay, and work according to that. Okay, so what is happening here, from the previous experience the machine learned. Okay, we give some information to the machine and the machine will work according to that and it gives us the output. Okay, so these are all different types of machine learning examples. Okay, so where we are using machine learning. Okay, so where we are using machine learning. So if you take example, interference of human being becomes very complicated. There we will be using machine learning. Example, what is the example for this means? If you take 10,000 pages of numbers are there. Okay, 10,000 pages below different numbers, 10,000 pages below numbers on it. Okay, so every page has 500 numbers or more than that. Okay, so what will happen in that? How many pages have only number which is related to 20? Okay, so is this possible for the human? Yes, it is possible, but it will take some time and the humans will make mistakes also. Okay, so there, what is happening there? We will be using machine learning techniques. Is it okay? Is this clear? Okay, so manually it is not possible. So there we will be using machine learning techniques. Okay, and if you take most complicated work, okay, so if you take robo preparation example, uh, if you take the example of chapati making, okay, so if you feed robo for doing the chapatis, okay, so chapati is trained to it. So now robo go with some features. What are those features? If we say robo to flip up and down, so what it will do? It will flip up and down. Okay, so these are different features which are given to the robo. Now a new program is introduced to robo to do that. What is that? To put dosa. Okay, so what it will do? It will put the dosa. Okay, and what it will do, by the previous experience of the chapati, so it will flip the dosa. Okay, so what it has done here, by the previous experience of chapati making, the robot can understand it has to be flipped, it has to rotate. So likewise. Okay. And if you take one more example, so areas like text summarization. Can you hear me, guys? Is it clear? Voice is clear for you? Guys, can you listen me?
Yes, ma'am.
Guys, please respond to something. If I'm asking anything, respond me. Okay. I don't know whether you are listening or you can hear me or not. Okay. So one more example. If you take area like text summarization. Okay. There I have given one problem like story writing about Akbar. Okay. So here you can see we have many stories related to Akbar. Okay, we can find the different in different websites. We can find Akbar stories. Okay. So what is happening? We want the story of Akbar here. So how it will find? How the system will find for this? Okay. So the keyword is nothing but victory of Akbar. So according to the keyword of the victory, according to the keyword, what the system will do? It will learn. It will generate the data according to the keyword here. Okay. So according to the keyword, it will be searched and it will give us the data. So there we will be using text summarization. Okay. So these are all different examples. So next is how we get learn. So there are different methods to get machines to learn here. Okay. So by using algorithms such as basic decision tree or layers of artificial neural networks. If you take one example to this, if you want to go to movie, okay. So what is the condition here? What should you have if you want to go to movie? Anybody? ఎవరైనా చెప్పండి అమ్మా నేను మూవీకి వెళ్ళాలనుకుంటున్నాను
Ticket,
టికెట్ కంటే ముందు ఇంకోటి కావాలి కదా ఏంటది
theater open.
థియేటర్ కాదు ఇంకా ఇంకా ఆ? ఏంటి ఏం కావాలమ్మా
మూవీ చూడాలని ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ఉండదు.
మూవీ చూడడానికి ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ఉంటుంది నాకు తెలుసు ఆ విషయం కానీ యా టెల్ మీ వాట్ డూ యూ వాంట్ if you want to go to movie what should we want
ఈ క్లాస్
Guys.
ఆపేసి
క్లాస్ ఆపేసి
మూవీకి వెళ్ళాలి.
వెళ్తావా మూవీ నెక్స్ట్ 12:20కి వెళ్తులే ఓకేనా here conditional based what you require here you require movie sorry you require money to buy the ticket you require money here okay so what is happening here decision is based on the situation if money is there you will go to movie if you are not having money you won't go to the movie okay so and so there we will be using so likewise if you take one more example if you are asking money to your father okay so what he will do he will give you money or not so there sometimes he will give money sometimes he will not give so why you're saying he decides to give you money okay that is nothing but decision they will be using decision tree so likewise okay This is training depends on what task you are trying to achieve and the type and amount of data that you have available. What you want to do here. If you take the example of cycling, okay? So if you take, there is no transport, okay, and you want to go to other city. So what you will do? You will use cycle. Okay. So which way your problem explicits the result in that way you have to train yourselves. Okay. So likewise you're having many examples. Example one more example is that is nothing but if you take sports, slow runner will be there. Okay. So he has to train in all the way. Okay. So one sports person is there. He is training on. He has did training in treadmill. Okay. సో ట్రైన్‌మిల్‌లో ట్రైన్ అయ్యి రన్ చేస్తాడా? ఎందుకనంటే రన్ చేయలేడు. ఎందుకనంటే హి డోంట్ హావ్ ప్రాక్టీస్ ఆన్ ద గ్రౌండ్. ఓకే. సో వాట్ హి హాస్ టు డూ? రన్నర్ విల్ రన్ బట్ he has to train according to that. Okay. So that is nothing but training depends upon what task you are trying to achieve. Okay. So this is be using machine learning. Next, applications of machine learning can be different as market analysis or medical diagnosis or self-driving cars. So for this example is nowadays situation is with the COVID-19, COVID coronavirus. Okay. స్టార్టింగ్ లో కరోనా వైరస్ ఉన్నప్పుడు అప్పుడు ఏమైంది? కరోనా వైరస్ కి ఖచ్చితంగా డోలో 650 ఫీవర్ వస్తే డోలో 650 కావాలి. ఏంటి అని అంటే రిక్వైర్మెంట్ ఎక్కువ ఉంది, స్టాక్ మాత్రం less. So there you can see the graph. According to the market analysis, you can see the graph. For requirement is more and stock is very less. And if you take cars, automatic cars in all the ways, what will happen? It can drive. So these are nothing but at these places algorithms are used. According to the situation, we will be using algorithm over there. Okay. Next is applications of machine learning. If you are seeing many Alexa, Siri. So this is nothing but recognizing primitive sounds, words from observed speech signal networks. At these places, you can see there machine learning has been used. Okay, driving an autonomous vehicle, the new astronomical structure. That is nothing but if you take example, if you see sun and moon, to the new particle, new object will be stored in the database, classifying new astronomical structure over there, and playing world class. Okay, so at this place also machine learning is used. Example for Bagman. This machine learning here, machine learning is nothing but it is a field of study computers without being explicitly programmed. So if you see here, uh, draw one. So this is data and this is program. So this is in the case of traditional programming. Okay, this is programming. So in traditional programming, what we are doing, we are giving data and the system is giving us output. So that is nothing but in the previous example, actually, you are giving the data as 5 comma 6 and the program is X. So what the system is doing, according to the program, it takes the data and gives us the output. Plus 6, that is nothing but 11. Output is 11. So this is in traditional programming. So if you take in case of machine learning, plus input and this is output. Okay, and here program is developed. What is happening here? We are giving data and we are giving output also. So what the machine learning is doing, what the system is doing, it is adopting some model and it is generating us some program. Okay, the outcome will be in the form of program. It is generating some model with some algorithm and it is giving us some program. Okay, some model is generated there. Okay, if you take example, here you can take example, data as some question, you are writing some exam. Okay, so here data as question and output as some answers. So what the student is doing, student is the student's brain is programmed as some program. That is nothing but for this question, the answer will be this. So likewise, okay. So this is the difference between the traditional programming and the machine learning. So, so this is about the introduction part. So any doubts regarding anything, guys? Is this clear for you? Guys, respond something. Any doubts regarding anything you want to ask to me? So here, if you see, so this is AI, okay? This is ML, and this is deep learning. So ML is a subset of AI, and deep learning is a subset of ML here. So AI is nothing but it is a technique that enables the machine to mimic human behavior. And if you take machine learning, it is nothing but it is a technique to achieve artificial intelligence through different algorithms trained with some data. So that is nothing but machine learning. In case of deep learning, uh, type of machine learning is inspired by the structure of the particular human brain. And in terms of deep learning, this structure is called as artificial neural networks. Okay, so this is the difference between AI, ML, and DL. So likewise, we are having different types of examples here. If you see one more example, I want to show you. So a person is there. Okay. So what he is doing here? So if you see here, suppose a person is there, his name is Paul. So what is happening here? He is listening to songs. Okay. And he may like them or he may dislike them. Now, suppose Paul is listening to the songs with the tempo, genre, intensity, gender of voice, all these things. Okay. And what is happening here, according to his data, we are plotting the data in graph. Okay. So how we are plotting that data? The data is plotted in x-axis and y-axis according to the tempo and intensity. Okay. If the song is light and relaxed, those are grouped at one place. If the song is fast and soaring, those data is grouped at one place. So on the screen, you can see that is grouped into two parts, one as green and one as red. Okay. Now, if he is listening to a new song, so that is a fast tempo and soaring intensity. It is having fast tempo and soaring intensity. So what has happened? Where it to which particular group it belongs to? So that belongs to green. Why? Because the song contains fast and soaring. Okay, so that belongs to green here. And if you see, he is listening to a one more song. Okay, it consists of medium tempo and medium intensity. So what will happen here? That lies in between these two groups. Okay, so now what will happen? How we are going to decide this? Okay, so this can be decided by using the concept clustering technique. So this is one of the technique which is used under machine learning. Okay, so what will happen here? What we do here is we will find this particular song to which particular group it belongs. So what we will do here is we will group the data which are nearer to that particular song. Okay, so what we are doing here, we are grouping the songs which are nearer to that. So we can find here four songs are nearer to that particular song from the green, and one song is nearer to that particular song with color red. Okay, so now what will happen? It is decided that that particular new song belongs to green group majority. Okay, so there we will be using k nearest neighbor algorithm. So it is one of the clustering technique which is used under machine learning. Okay, so this is introduction part related to machine learning. Okay, and there are different types of machine learning. There are different ways in machine learning. One is supervised learning, another one is unsupervised learning, and the third one is reinforcement learning. Okay, so in supervised learning, what we are doing, we are having some coins. Okay, three different types of currencies are there. One is related to Indian currency, one is euro, one is dias. And here, if you see 1 rupee coin, it is weighing with 3 grams, and 1 euro it is weighing with 7 grams, and a dia with 4 grams. So what is happening here? We will tell all these features to the system. Okay, these features are given to the system. And what the system will do, it will adopt to this. And when we are giving any new coin or new object to that, it will give us the output. So if you see here, 3 grams coin is given to the system, and what the system is doing, system is recognizing that particular 3 grams as 1 rupee. Why? Because it has been trained. Okay, so it has been trained that 3 grams is nothing but 1 rupee, 7 grams is nothing but €1, 4 grams weighted is nothing but dia. So what is happening here? The system is experienced with the features and the label of that particular currency. And if you are giving any new coin or any particular data to the system, what the system will do, that gives us the output. So that is nothing but in supervised learning, we will give input, we will give output, and the system will give us the result. Okay, so this is nothing but supervised learning. In supervised learning, everything is given, and with that particular data, it will be trained. The system will be trained and gives us the result here. Okay, if you take one more example, having fruits. Okay, so if you take the data of fruits, so what is happening if you are giving uh, apple? Okay, apple is represented with red color with some shape. Okay, and if this is that is with red color and with some shape, that is apple, red apple. If you are giving green color and with some with that particular shape, that is mentioned with green apple. Okay, and rounded shape. And if you are giving grapes with oval and green color, okay. So what we are doing here, we are specifying some feature to the object here, and we are labeling to that particular object also. So here feature is specified and label is specified, and both are given to the system, and system will be adopting to according to that. Okay, and if we are asking any particular object what this particular object is, what the system will do, the system will uh, gives us which particular object it belongs to as a result. Okay, so this is nothing but supervised learning. In case of unsupervised learning, here labeled data will be there. In supervised learning, there won't be. In unsupervised learning, there won't be any labeled data. Okay, only the data will be given, and the system will be trained and tested and gives us the result here. Okay, so that is unsupervised. So here in unsupervised, there is no labeling data is given. Okay, only data is specified, no labeled data is specified to the system, only data is given. Okay, with some features. So that is nothing but unsupervised learning. So likewise, you'll be having different ways that you come across in future, that we will see next. Okay, so this is about introduction part. So next topic is well posed learning problems. So what is well posed learning problems? So that is something but a computer program is said to. So here there is one little change. First you will be having task, then experience, then measure. Uh, Mistake here, one mistake is there in slides. First step is in context to some task T. Second step is learn from experience. Third one is some performance measure. Okay. So if you see here, well-posed learning problem. Well-posed learning problem is nothing but a computer program is set to well-posed when it has a context to some task and it learns from the experience and it has some performance measure. It's nothing but well-posed learning problem. We will be saying it as well-posed learning problem. Okay. So if you take the example here, task of writing, reading, playing some game, okay, task of cooking, etc. All these things. So if you take playing any game, okay. So when you are playing chess, so what will happen? First time, uh, you will not win. Okay, so what you will do, you will again play. Okay, what you will do there, according to the previous experience, you will see how to change the coins, how to move the coins, all these things. Okay, so that is nothing but experience. Okay, and you will measure according to that, and then you will play the game. Okay, so here learning problem is nothing but first we will be having some task. So that is nothing but T. Okay, so according to the task, what you will do, you will perform different things. Okay, and then you will experience according to that, and you will measure to that to perform more. Okay, so experience is nothing but E, performance measure is nothing but P. If its performance on T as was measured by P, upgrades with experience. Okay, so here what is happening? Performance has to measure with the experience. Okay, so if you failed in first time, what you will do? You will improve more. You will improve somewhat in second time. Okay, third time you improve more, little more. Okay, so likewise. So that is nothing but P is the task. Okay, example. If you take example of shuttle, playing shuttle. Okay, so what is happening here? You have to adjust in different ways. You will have rubber uh, coat, wooden coat, plain coat, all these things. So what you have to do here is you have to adjust to all these things. So when you are playing in rubber coat, okay, so what will happen? You are adopted to play in wooden coat. But when you have to play in rubber coat, what will happen? You will fail in that. Why? Because you have adopted to play in wooden coat only. Okay, so that is nothing but experience. So there you will get some experience. So that is nothing but, oh, okay, you have to play in this way in this particular court. So likewise. Okay, so this is the task is nothing but playing shuttle. Experience is nothing but according to the previous experience, you have to change yourselves. You have to perform more. Okay, at last you will get some output. So this is nothing but well posed learning problem. So these are the three elements comes into picture, that is task, performance measure, and experience. Okay. So for this, many examples are there. One more good example I want to give you. In 1950s, India play against England. They have played football against England. Okay. So there, Indians don't have shoes, but England people have shoes with spikes. Okay, even though India has won the game. Okay, they have many disturbances and all these things, but even though they have won the game, so next time what the uh, coach has did is he has given the Indians uh, shoes. He has bought the shoes and he has given to the players. Okay. Then what they did? They have played the game in some other place and they have failed. So what is this? That is nothing but we have to learn according to the situation, and then we have to motivate the system and motivate to the system to get some output and result in a particular way. When we have adopted to that, we have to go in that way only. Okay, so likewise you'll be having different examples. So here task is nothing but solving particular problem. Okay, and you'll make different types of mistakes. And what you have to do, you have to change those mistakes according to your previous experience. Okay, and next you have to adopt in a new way to get the output. So this is task, experience, and measure. So there are different types of examples here. This is one example, that is the checkers learning problem. I think you know, all of you know this particular game. చైనీస్ చెక్కర్ అంటారు దీన్ని తెలుగులో. మామూలుగా మనము ఓకే దీన్ని చెక్కర్స్ గేమ్ అని కూడా అంటాము. ఎనీబడి నోస్ ఇట్? హలో,
ఎస్ మ్యామ్.
ఎట్లా ఆడతాము? హౌ విల్ ప్లే?
దాని ఒక దాని నుంచి క్రాస్ చేస్తే అది పాయింట్ వస్తుంది.
జంప్ వన్, ఇంకో దానికి జంప్ చేసి వీ హ్యావ్ టు క్రాస్ ద, వీ హ్యావ్ టు గో టు అదర్ సైడ్. అంతేనా?
ఎస్ మ్యామ్.
Okay, so this is one example. So likewise, you are having different examples. So here, the task is playing checkers game. What is the performance measure? Percent of games won against the opposite player. What is the experience? Playing implementation games against itself is your experience. So these are the rules for checkers game. Okay. And one more example is given, that is handwriting recognition learning problem. So here the task is recognizing and classifying the handwritten words within images. What is the performance measure? That is the percent of words correctly classified. What is your training experience? That is nothing but database of handwritten words with given classifications. So here one good example is there. If you take England Postal Department, okay, so what has happened there is, one system is there. When the system is scanning the letters, it will scan in such a way that according to the city, the letter is dropped in that particular city box. Okay, ఒక బాక్స్ ఉంటుంది, ఆ బాక్స్ లో డిఫరెంట్ సిటీ నేమ్స్ ఉంటాయి. ఓకే, ద సిస్టమ్ ఏం చేస్తుంది, ఆ హ్యాండ్ రిటర్న్ రాసింది, ఆ హ్యాండ్ రిటర్న్ ని ఐడెంటిఫై చేసి ఆ పర్టిక్యులర్ లెటర్ ఏ సిటీకి సంబంధించింది, ఇట్ విల్ ఐడెంటిఫై ఇట్ అండ్ ఇట్ విల్ డ్రాప్ ఇన్ దట్ పర్టిక్యులర్ బాక్స్ place, city place. Okay, so this can be done by using handwritten recognition learning problem. So this is one of the example for this. Okay, so there they have got 99% accurate result for identifying the letters of different cities. Okay, so this is one example for this. And if you take one more example, that is robo driving learning problem. So what we are doing here is, we are specifying the robo. We are telling the robo in all the directions how it has to drive. Okay. So what we have to do here is, we have to driving on public 4-lane highways using vision sensors. So this is the task which has given to the robo. Average distance traveled before an error, when some error has been occurred. So it has to measure how it has been occurred. Okay, so what is the error over there? If any speed breaker is there, if the speed breaker length is more, so how it has to take the brake? If the speed breaker length is less, how it has to move? So all this, in all the areas, you have to train the robot. Okay, so this is robot driving learning problem. There is one more example. So these are all we can see in next units. Okay. So next topic is, so shall we move on to next topic or shall we stop it? Guys, respond. Guys, respond. Are you listening? Stop, ma'am. Vijay. Okay, Vijay. So how are you all? Reply. How are you all?